Kevin Paris, you followed up with a question on the illegal immigrants working for Lawrence County and the state DOT, and we answered the questions that they weren't, and you followed up with, isn't it tax dollars that pay for those contracts to begin with? And yes, you're right, it is. Tax dollars pay for the work that private companies do, whether it's on state roads or county roads. But we have no control over who they actually hire to work for those private companies, except to require E-Verify. And we do require that. E-Verify has also been part of the lawsuit that we are involved in over the immigration issue with the federal government. And the immigration issue is a totally different ball game altogether, and I think that's where you're actually headed with it. You also asked if there are not responsible Americans that can be hired to work for those private companies, and that's a question that has come up in Columbia, and testimony before House committees from the private sector and the public sector have said that it's very hard at this point in time to get people that can pass a drug test. And that brings us to a second part of the equation. There's a bill up right now in the South Carolina House that's being debated on the contested calendar that requires people receiving unemployment benefits to take a drug test, and I support that. I would support anyone receiving entitlement benefits of any kind to have to take a drug test, and not only take a drug test, but to provide some type service to the public sector for those benefits they receive, whether it's doing public service of cleaning up parks, picking up trash on the road, providing work at a daycare, providing work at a school. I wouldn't care how it was done, but I think two things: they should be required to take a drug test, and they should be required to do some amount of work to receive those entitlement benefits.